Welcome, fight fans,
to the Fighters Voice KICKASS podcast.
Your Fight Talk Authority.
Not to mention the most entertaining and talked about podcast with your kick-ass host, Richard-Ortiz.
You mad? Come at me, bro.
And his loyal kick-ass co-host, Senor Cole-Escovedo.
Streaming live and worldwide.
Coming to you all the way live from a little place somewhere in Cali. The Fighters Voice
KICKASS podcast.
Fresno, California, the Fighters Voice Kick-Ass podcast. What you see is what you get. We're basically kicking everybody's ass and we're killing the competition. I don't like to use the word killing. Let me rephrase that, knocking out the competition. I got the co-host with the most, the UFC veteran, the first, the beginning, the last, and he kicks a lot of ass, Mr. Cole-Escovedo. And I like to say that, the Apache-Kid.
I like that term.
You like that shit.
I like that.
That's right. Oh, and those that are in attendance right here, it's a podcast, so we can cuss. Okay, in attendance right now, we got Gilbert Casalon, and we got the future of boxing. This guy's about to turn pro. We got to have him on the show right now, and I absolutely in the future. And that's Mr. Thorne Casalon right now, man. I mean, that's a big. I want to say he's a Mexican heavyweight, but he does got some Indian in him, man. He does. He got some Indian. He kicks some ass, some Indian ass too. Yeah, big time. You know what? Let's get right to it, man. Let's just pay these bills, Cole, knock out our bills so we can introduce our guest because he's just itching to get loose here. He is, man. Little feedback on the mic. Yeah.
So we'll run it real quick. As always, keeping us in our threads, Dying Breed Apparel and Gear. I love that sound right there. Dying Breed Apparel and Gear, they're keeping us good. Bobby Salazar Salsa. I have it at home, but we don't have any here.
No, you ate that stuff. You know what? You should. They should just sponsor you, dude, because you freaking eat all that shit last night.
So good, dude. I went to the liquor store and bought chips.
Did you?
Dude, because it's good.
No, it is good. It is good.
And I was just like, we didn't have any chips, and I was like, I don't want to use like other chips. I just went and had to go get.
It's okay, man.
Chips, man. So they're hooking us up. Red Wave Tattoo. Remember, Ted, was it 10% discount?
10% discount, 10% man.
Discount.
Go see Rico at Red Wave Tattoo, saying, "Give me the fighter's voice, knockout, 10% discount on your tattoos."
Hot dog parking lot.
Oh yeah, hot dog parking lot.
Go get your sweat on over at the Bat Kid. Get 12 rounds in over there with Coach B. Hit his Instagram up. Make an appointment. It's at Coach B.
Yes.
1971. I confirm that. It's at Coach B. 1971. Thumbs up for Ricky Productions. Always doing this. This is why we're here. And we picked up some new sponsors.
Yes, we did. Yeah. Yes, we did.
We've got Dr. Batista and Dr. Goodman. Those are helping some of the fighters.
Absolutely. At North Fresno Primary Care.
Medicals. North Fresno Primary Care. They handle all the medicals out at the Palace and boxing events locally, the Save Our Center, things like that. So go see them. They'll take care of you, especially the fighters. If you guys need to get your medicals done, these are guys, they pretty much they've got like papers out that just says pick that, fill it out. It's done. It's easy. So hit them up. And who else we got? Who am I forgetting? I think that's it.
That's it right now. Well, you know what? Soon we're going to have Tachi Palace. We're going to be mentioning Tachi Palace. That's the whole thing right there. I mean, or Tachi Palace or somebody's palace is going to be up in here this mix. But no, you know what, everybody, welcome to the live stream team. You know, this is the Fighters Voice official page. You can catch us or subscribe to our channel and the website, thefightersvoice.com. Follow our Instagram at The Fighters Voice. Tonight's show is engineered by KP. Sound by KP. Doing it all tonight, KP here at Mad Productions and Entertainment Studio in Fresno, who is the official home and host of the Fighters Voice Knockout Radio Show, the Fighters Voice Kick-Ass Podcast. And like I said, best in the game. We're knocking everybody out, smashing the competition. Enough said. I want to introduce this guy right here. The nickname, the Matchmaker, the promoter, the South Motivator. Whatever you want to do, you can call him because he keeps reinventing himself. And he was just genius. We were just talking about how he put together this amateur tournament of MMA. Only so they can have the opportunity to turn pro on a card later on, which is very genius. I like the way you put that together, Richard. Enough said. Let's give it up for Richard-Goodman, ladies and gentlemen, all the streamers and followers, man. You're finally here back at the new studio, and we said we'd have you here on the Kick-Ass podcast. This is a big playground, so let loose, have some fun, and start to play, my man.
Yeah, can't complain about this spot. I definitely like it.
It's nice, right?
A lot more comfortable, more cozy. Yeah, a lot more.
We've been in a closet before.
I know.
Oh, my God.
As I said, we were sweating it out in a sweatshop.
We literally, dude, no. You came to.
No, he didn't see
like,
the closet.
studio.
He didn't see the closet.
studio.
But I
Oh, yeah.
appreciate the closet. It's just, it just
was
didn't.
rough.
It was very
just didn't
rough.
work.
Couldn't fit with the clothes.
And, it just was too small for what we were trying to do. Like, we
Yeah,
just-
no,
we
this
just
is
need more room.
great. Good location too. Easy to
dude.
find.
Yeah.
Green screens,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, no, it's perfect.
Massage parlor across the street.
I seen that. I
Hey,
almost
man.
didn't make it.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't have been at your full strength. But see, if it was up to Cole, he'd shoot naked.
Yeah,
Well, that
I know.
didn't sound right.
Yeah.
He'd film naked.
He
That
tries
still
to
didn't
shoot
sound right.
when he's naked.
Yeah.
Wrong. I'm just saying. Like, I got some assless chaps I can go toss on, and we will rock and roll like Rocky Horror Picture style.
That's okay,
We'll
man.
get down.
That's okay, man. But let's talk about November 9th, man, and what's going down November 9th, man. There's tickets still available. We had the Pet Bull on the show.
Yeah.
And during the middle of that, you can see a transition because he came in here real nice. Then all of a sudden, that fighter started kicking in, and he started getting ready to bite. He was ready because we were talking
Started
about some
asking the right
matchups.
questions and
Yeah,
stuff,
he's
yeah.
starting to let loose, man. So I know he's ready to go. We got the Avalos-Brothers. They'll be on the show next week along with Anthony-Aguilar. So, yeah.
What we're
We're
going
gonna
to
be
do
tying
is
into
we're going
that.
to start charging a fee. We'll call it like a consulting fee of some kind to other promoters.
There you
So we'll
go.
say, hey, so you want to know
Exactly.
who homie wants to fight next, right? Okay, well, we know. Okay, we didn't put that on TV.
Well, who do
that's in our
you think
archive.
puts the matches together, man?
Man.
Don't piss this dude off.
We'll have it in the archive and go, so-and-so, here you go. Here's who we'd
Here's
like to
who
fight
we
next.
want to see.
Go,
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
Tickets sold. Done.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, they already almost are sold too. So I think that, like I was telling Cole, there's probably 30 tickets left maybe at the casino right now.
Oh, damn.
Nah,
So-
dude. Well, you've got
First Friday night.
Yeah, first Friday night card. You got several guys from the amateur championship.
First Friday night pro card because we
Yeah.
had the
We had the amateurs on Friday.
which was
It
a
was the
success.
first time. Yeah, it was
bro.
great.
Well, yeah, we
Yeah.
hung out after the show. It was great. It was good. It was
Yeah, I had a
awesome.
good time.
Yes.
Got a little tanked up.
So that's kind
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Right? They let you guys drink on property anymore?
Yeah, well, I'm subcontracted, so
That's so
I'm not
nice.
an
I remember,
employee.
dude, back in the dark ages, we all had to go to.
See, that's the deal.
Downtown
That's
to the wrecking,
that's
yeah.
the deal that you want right there because that's the best of both worlds right there. And I'm not even mad at him, man.
Man, you guys charge a lot for bottled liquor, by the way.
Oh my god,
Dude,
Like,
after post-fight hotel parties are expensive.
yeah, but
It's like $60 for like a bottle like this size.
hey, go to a club though, and that same bottle's 170.
No, I know. It's just hard to pull money out between my pants and the belt. It's just, it's hard. When you're wearing just the belt, you
Yeah.
answer the door, and it's hard to keep money.
You got to
in
have
there.
the clip. You
You
need
know?
a clip, unless
Hey,
you're
dude,
keystering it.
All I know is back in the day, bro, they used to really take care of us. It was good to be champ. It was nice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Are you
No.
talking about the liquor or just
I'm just
everything
talking
in
about
general?
the way fighters were treated back then.
Oh, okay.
The
Hey, I'm
champion-
not a
we
problem
had-
with that.
We had our own slot machines. I mean, it was just, we were taken care of.
Well, that's good.
We
That's
partied,
good.
we worked hard, we put on shows.
Party like a
and
rock star. Fought
they-
like a rock star, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you earned it.
They let us party like we fought, and it was like,
There
dude,
you
you
go.
guys put on a good show? Have fun.
There
So,
you go. There you
Yep.
go.
Yeah.
It's okay to fall in love with that mic, my man, because you just
No,
get into it a
does-
little
does
bit.
it get quieter
Yeah, I
again?
know just get a little bit. Yeah, you can pick it up. It don't look like you're going down south.
Wow.
That's not a bad thing, but
See?
you know.
He's swallowing the mic. I
Oh,
think
he's
that's what-
swallowing the mic, man.
Nobody was thinking
Caressing
that until
the
he
mic.
said it, and now everybody's going, oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're looking at that jester.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't even fucking drink now. Thanks.
No, it's all
Look at
good,
that,
man.
Thanks.
It's all good.
time.
Hey, multitasking. You got two things in your mouth at one time.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Ain't nothing wrong with multitasking, but I don't know about that
Damn.
that last one. Well, it all depends. It all depends, okay? Yes, yes. You got to really think. You got to think
really
about
be
it.
creative.
It's okay to get a handful. I know
gotta
Gilbert
be-
knows about that. He's watching the show and he's enjoying that right now,
You
man.
gotta be
It's like
creative.
talk shit.
But I
It's
gotta
nuts.
I gotta ask you this, Richard. These are some of the questions I'm getting.
Uh-huh.
They're asking, is there going to be any females on the card, and when will there be maybe an all-female event? Which is, I know it's hard to do, but
Yeah, on this one there isn't any females just because of all the amateurs and stuff that I had
Yeah.
to pull forward, so I didn't really have any space for them. Next year I plan on doing it. I'm sure there'll be some, but it's just limited to the
Yeah.
choices.
yeah,
So it's hard. I don't have enough females to make an all-female card. Period.
yeah. Well, I'm glad you answered the question because I wanted to answer the question for them, but to them, they think it's just easy. Okay, hey, Richard, since you're doing this, get all females.
Yeah.
Or do it this way or that way. They don't know the inside. They don't know
Yeah,
the
they
inside
have-
of it. Yeah.
Good luck.
They got to be at the same
I
weight
mean,
classes, same records. They got to have so many different things
Hey,
playing
man.
a part.
It's hard to get all females around you anyway, so much less fight.
And
you know
even
what
when
I mean?
you're paying them, you still
Even when
struggle.
you're paying them.
That problem right there that Richard runs into is
Yeah.
fucking Mike. The problem right there that Richard's running into about the
Yeah.
all-female stuff, you'll
Yeah.
see fights on a card that like people are like, oh, I want to see that fight. And they're like, yeah, we're down. And then the fight doesn't happen. People are like, oh, who pussied out? Dude, nobody pussied out. Sometimes the athletic commission just goes, no.
Yeah.
The Conor
Mike.
Conor Mayweather thing. What? Conor
Yeah.
Mike what, dude?
No, so step in the mic, man.
Man.
Put it in your mouth.
Dude, that's God damn it. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna like
have a relationship with that microphone.
I know. Cuddle it.
Cuddle it.
Cuddle it. Love it.
There you go.
Just put it on your mouth.
There you go.
So anyway,
size it up.
Size it up, man. All right. So county we were talking about. So
Yeah.
the Mayweather Conor thing. A lot of people were like, well, he has no boxing. There's no way they're gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
It was just a fluke, right? Well, then the Athletic Commission said, well, let's take a look at his combat record experience, and that's kind of how they let that get pushed through, because a lot of people were like, you can't.
Well, he
do
was
that.
approved for his license, his boxing license.
Exactly.
That was the first start.
But the thing is, though, to have no boxing fights whatsoever versus a guy with like fucking 49
The best in the world,
they're
yeah.
like, how do we make this okay? How do we sell this as a legal fight? Because everybody else will go, oh, well, that dude only had 3 more fights than me, and you didn't let us fight. You cost me $3,000. They have to really be careful how they worded that, because it does open the door for other fights that they said, no, you two can't fight each other. Too much fight difference. So they had to have a real good reason on that, or they would have had to shut that down from the get-go, and we never would have saw it. So
They never had a good reason, though.
yeah, no, exactly.
That's a pro debut
Fucking
versus
money.
a guy with 50 fights. Period. I
Well,
don't care if
yeah.
you had 800 wrestling matches. It don't count when you go to
Well,
fight.
the way they sold
if
it
you
was
had
they're like-
900 MMA fights, you still haven't stepped foot in a boxing ring and boxed.
True.
And it's 2 completely different sports.
True, but when money's at
Money's
stake,
the only reason that happens.
is how
That's
they
it.
were able to screw
There
that
is-
shit through.
Absolutely.
That's exactly how it got pushed through.
Yeah,
It got pushed
so-
through. And
Absolutely.
Speaking of getting pushed through, I'll save it for the 5-minute
The
block.
mic?
No, I'll save it
Okay.
for the 5-minute
Okay,
block. I
okay.
got something. No, there's
Okay.
some that went big that would really
Oh, really?
fucking big
Oh,
today.
oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I seen.
Dude,
I know what you're
that's
talking
fucking
about.
huge.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to give your buddy a call, because I still want to touch up on that interview if he happens to hit the show, Fresno again. And
okay.
then we can follow up on
I
that.
will shoot him a text.
Yeah,
today.
yeah. Bug him. if he
I'll shoot
says
him a
yes.
text right now.
Yeah, shoot him a text right now, man. And that'd be cool if he answers right now. We'll share it with the viewers and the listeners right now, man.
I got your answer too, by the way.
Okay, perfect. We'll talk
Answer it
off-
on the show, man. I know you guys are talking shit off the mic. I know that shit.
Hey, we were doing some undercover work on you. We're going
that's
to talk
okay,
about this
man.
later.
Oh, okay. Shoot, include a brother in there. I mean, surprise
We
you.
got some pictures of you and Oscar. Huh?
Oh, shit. That's the first thing I said. I'm ready for your ass. I said, Richard's going to come busting my balls on this show.
He has
He did
to,
last
bro.
time, man.
He has
Shit.
to.
Yeah, well, you'll see some new pictures of me and Oscar, but on the microphone and just rocking the show, man.
There-
with Golden
that's
Boy.
it.
Hey, but you know what? His new guy that he signed on the mic, that he's bad. The short guy, Gallegos,
Yeah.
he has the voice, man. I mean, he's going to carry on, and he's very humble. He was awarded that whole Golden Boy
Yeah,
contest. He's kicking ass, man.
Yeah.
He really is. He's doing good for
Did
himself.
his job, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, man. So we could talk about old news, but I never got your take on the whole Habib and Conor McGregor. What did you think about that? I mean, the whole fight. I mean, did it go more or less the way you thought it would go?
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he made it that long, Conor. I figured he was going to get taken down a lot earlier and wore out a lot faster. So I give him credit for staying in there that long. But, I mean, it's pretty much what anybody that watches MMA would have predicted.
You know, he had his moments, I would say, in the third round, but Cole touched up on it. You know, after trying to stuff those takedowns, his arms were noodles, man.
Yeah.
He just didn't have any pop on it.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the – some people are built to have strength and some people are built to have cardio. It's hard to have
there's a difference.
It's hard to have a mixture.
You can have a little of both where it's always like your edge, but it's like
typically the speed just equates to power, so people assume you're strong because you're fast. But Conor's not fast; he's just strong, so it's a little bit different.
The speed of the footwork helps him deliver that power quicker and at a more efficient angle than before. He still hits the hard same thing. Nothing changed. It's just he'll be able to hit you harder, faster. Maybe that's about it. Just because he's got better technique and better timing now, he's hitting you sooner when he should be, and it's just instead of the tip of the bat, it's like almost the tip of the bat where that really juicy part is. It's just, it's gone.
We talked about that. Where you feel it in your toes. So what's your whole take? I'd read some of your personal stuff.
Yeah,
that you
at first
printed
I
and
was
stuff.
upset
No,
about
when he went over the cage and kosher, I mean, he said, that's every day. That stuff happens.
Yeah. Well, at first I thought he got sucker punched. It's Conor because the only part I seen when you're
that's
watching
the part
it
we
on,
saw.
But when you start seeing the other footage, you see him taking cheap shots at the dude climbing out of the ring. So then, in my opinion, turns into a brawl. Yeah. And after it turns into a brawl, it's every man for himself. I'm sucker punching everybody around.
Yeah. Well, I will say this.
I've been there, so that's different.
And that's why I'm such a fan of corner group uniforms and team uniforms.
Knowing who's got your back.
It makes the bench clearings a lot
easier to know.
So you know what time it is.
Absolutely.
But some of those comments that were made, they didn't even know that it was that who got hit first. They just made them anyways.
Yeah.
So that's the other half of the sword.
Yeah.
And then it just happens to, I was right.
Yeah.
Once like 20
Yeah.
different camera angles start coming out,
I know.
it's like, okay, so you did hit him first, like you thought you did. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And see, I changed my.
Yeah,
I went
you
on
did.
there
Yeah,
and I
you-
said,
yeah,
"Oh,
you-
I didn't see that.
yeah,
You're
you
right."
manned
And
up.
now I changed my. But yeah, you won't catch many people doing that.
No, you won't. And see, here's the thing. It's hard to distinguish, are you truly a Khabib fan or just such a Conor hater? And that's that's exactly what it
is.
was.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, most of those people were just Conor haters.
Yeah, they
period. And they didn't care. Even if he didn't do nothing, they would have still been okay with him getting sucker punched in the ring after a fight.
And I can't understand why
he deserved
He deserved it because he talked all this stuff outside the ring.
But these are coming from some MMA guys, and they may not like him, but yet he's raising the bar for MMA entertainment for them. He's raising the bar as far as now everybody's taking note that this can be done, bringing MMA to the top of the world because of people like Conor. You may not like him, but he's raising the bar in the sport.
Well, he's making people millionaires.
Absolutely.
Well, he's bringing
no matter what, you can't be mad at the man.
Yeah, he said it's
he's
red
changing
panty.
everybody.
He said
everybody's getting red panty
Yeah,
night.
it's red panty night.
You know,
I
would toss mine on if I got 5
shit.
minutes with him.
I heard that. Hey, but he kept it real when he said it's red panty. Put on the red panties.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You take him out of the equation.
Well, everybody wants to fight Mayweather, not because they can beat him. They want that.
They
payday.
want the money. They don't care about winning.
No,
I mean, of course, it's a bonus, but they're not going there thinking I'm going to destroy this guy.
The minute they signed, they won because they became a millionaire for the very first time.
Exactly.
They're guaranteed money at that point.
And Conor calls him out on that. He says, "You were broke before you fought me." He was talking about Diaz.
Yeah.
Which they made the money though.
Oh, he did make money,
but they just weren't making millions.
No.
Yeah, they weren't making like almost close to boxing money like everybody else.
Well, even Conor still, aside from the Mayweather fight, I mean, he's not making top level boxing money.
Not
he's making
close.
middle of the road.
Yeah.
26-0 guy who's still
Exactly.
fighting
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Showtime,
And that's
waiting
the
to
only time
establish
he's gonna
himself.
taste that is
Exactly.
because of that
Yeah.
boxing.
Which this last fight could be. I heard he made almost $50 million with the pay-per-view sales and everything. So that puts you up there.
I want to know what he got.
That's a Canelo Alvarez paycheck.
And we're going to talk about Canelo Alvarez. I want to know what he got on his liquor, on the whiskey.
Dude,
I can only imagine.
Dude, and it was on the apron. It was on the freaking canvas.
Exactly.
And see, Dana let him do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it was paid part of the agreement.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah,
I'm sure there's like a $2 or $3 million deduction for advertising.
Absolutely.
Do you know they ain't giving nothing away?
Without Conor and the steam he had been building.
That bottle don't sell.
No, not the bottle. We're going back even farther.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think the UFC sells to that new group or for less or at all?
No, they're selling no matter what.
Okay, so you
see
think
the
regardless
UFC
of
made
Conor-
the smartest business deal. They caught the industry at a peak already.
Yeah, it was already kind of.
And so they sold it for more money than it'll ever be worth at any point in time, probably for the next 10 years.
Yeah, they hit the top.
And
peak
so
stop
now these
moment.
guys are all in debt now. And while it's declining, so what I think, just from my perspective, I think the UFC is going to wait for these guys to bottom out and then just buy it back cheaper. And they've already made their billions, and now they re-own it again, and they can recreate and make more money again. They don't want it to. They don't want it to succeed. I see rich business people do this all the time. Even in my hometown, they have a bar called that. This lady always owner leases it, sells it to people. They put a big chunk down, and if they don't make the payments after so many years, she just takes it back. And she's done this about 6 times already in the last 20 years. And made over millions of dollars off this place that they just come in, it doesn't succeed, they leave. I mean, at $4.5 billion plus your overhead, I mean, that's why they're cutting costs. They haven't been paying the big, undisclosed bonuses. Haven't been like they used to be from fighters that I've talked to. They used to get $10,000 to $15,000 for a fight that they just put on a good performance. Now it's $2,500.
Let me interrupt you real quick right now. You said something, and see, I wanted people to know. You said they're not making the bonuses from fighters that you've talked to. See, a lot of people don't know, and I always describe Tachi Palace Fights, and I do. You ask anybody that I talk to, and I actually described it to Gilbert out here. They're one call away from UFC, Tachi Palace Fights. I've seen it. You see a fighter fight on a Thursday, Monday they were signed. They were signed.
Absolutely.
I mean, constantly. So how well, I don't want to say how well-rounded, how well-connected, how much influence do you still have in the UFC, in the Bellator? I mean, when do those conversations take place? Do they hit you up, or are these the guys just staying connected with you that went through your fight system?
It's just different people, different scenarios. Sometimes they've hit me up oh, do you know any heavyweights, or do you know this? Oh yeah, sure. Here's this guy's information. Hit him up. Boom, done. Locked it in. Sometimes I know I have good talent there, and I'll message them and tell them, watch this fight. I think you're going to want to take this guy. And so in other cases like that, it's worked out for different people have different scenarios.
I see this happening because I got hit up 3 different times, man, and I was starting to tell Cole, but he interrupted me, and I forgot to get back to it. One of these days, you're going to come here, and people are going to know that you're here, and they're going to be here not just to check out the show. They're going to want to talk to you in the park. Hey, can you get me on the fight? Because they always say, hey, that Tachi dude's there, the one who puts the fights. Hey, do you think he'll get me a fight? I go, well, how many fights were you trained? Oh, no, I've never fought, but I know I can beat this guy and so forth. And I get these from the high school kids, from the high school dads that pick me up, and they want to jam me up in the parking lot. you're the guy, man.
Parking lot pimping, let's go.
There you go, parking lot pimping. Speaking of that, somebody pimped out on one of your last amateur fights, which actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise because these 2 amateurs fought like 2 professionals.
Yeah, no,
and they put on a class act show footage, and they hit all their moves. They hit everything just like that was a professional fight. In my eyes, it was
absolutely.
Like, I mean, they need
top
a sign.
Level.
There you go, top level. I mean, hands down, man.
Absolutely, and that's why both of them were on the card in the first place. It just so happened they ended up fighting each other, but the talent's there for sure. So
yeah, I would love to see those either 3 5-minute rounds or 5 rounds.
Oh, I would too.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a Howard fan. Yeah, I really am. Yeah. I mean, at first he didn't think I was because I was rolling with Navarro. Yeah. But at the end of the day, this guy's longevity. Yeah, he's able to, and I'm giving props. He's able to jug a relationship, his job, and still maintain his weight and his cardio and his fight attributes that he really wants it. So,
and he's given up a lot of size on that.
Yes,
he would actually be fighting at 115 if given the opportunity. So he's really given up a lot of weight too. On top of that.
Yeah. He has a little pop on him too. That little right hand.
He'll knock. Yeah, he's got knockout power.
Like I said, technique is technique. You're either a hard hitter or you're not. So at 115, you hit a guy that's 175 pounds.
If you hit him on the button, he's dropping.
Hitting you on the button, bro. You gotta. That's why when you watch heavyweights, everyone's like, oh, they're just beasts. No. Look, their head is the same size as yours, and it can withstand the same amount of force and impact. They just deliver more.
They just got more
than you are, so that's why you see
pound
little
pressure.
Guys, That's why
I just want to talk about the story real quick. Day of the fight of the weigh-in, Richard never calls or says, "Hey, Richard, what's up?" He just don't. He's busy. He goes, "Hey, you got a so-and-so's number?" I go, "Here we go."
I seem to have lost.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey, I even sent someone to his house. That's how we roll.
Yeah, exactly. He goes, "Do you know what this dude's at?"
I will find you.
And I was like, "Oh man!"
If you have a fight,
I'm like Liam Neeson,
dude. Right?
When he said, "Call me," I'm thinking, "Okay, who didn't show up? What happened? What happened?"
Yeah, he's looking for somebody at that point.
And actually, I tried to bring Cole to the rescue before when I knew it was going that direction. Cole, I'm not touching it, man. How can I show this guy in half a week? I said, bro, he's not training. He's not.
Yeah. No,
come on, man.
I got that phone call. I was like, dude, that is, tell him don't.
I go, can you just tell him mentally? Okay, watch out for the right hand or something.
Yeah.
No, this dude's going night, dude. I can't touch it.
Because here's what would have happened.
But you get what you give in, what you put in. So I mean,
that's on you.
Shame on you for not taking that. You had plenty of time.
Don't accept it.
Exactly.
For me to offer advice, my name ends up coming out down the pipe of, oh, well, Cole told me to do that. No, motherfucker. That's why I don't put my name on stuff where it's like, dude.
Personally, I love the kid. Outside of this, I can't do much for you.
No,
because I can't give you what you need, and what you need, you got to be born with. Mm-hmm. And that's all there is to it.
Extent,
which is respect.
Talent is one. Yes, one thing. Yes, talent is one thing, but you got to have some gall. You got to have that DNA in you. You got to have that. Yeah, exactly. It's that pedigree.
True. You have to be competitive in nature.
Yeah.
You know?
But you also have to be a respectful business person because you're not going to go anywhere. You're not a celebrity yet.
Yeah,
Conor McGregor can run around and act like an ass right now, but 5 years ago he was probably but 5 years ago he was begging to get on a UFC show. Exactly. You know what I mean? And fighting in Cage Wars in London or whatever.
Yeah, Cage Wars. Or
he wasn't over there demanding what he's going to do as the first UFC fight. He was on the undercard of Michael McDonald's fight when I was in Boston.
Yeah,
they didn't even know who Conor was. Mikey's out there getting bonuses. Got both fight of the night and submission of the night in one fight card, one fight.
And Mikey has that right hand too, man.
He's retired.
Yeah, he called it quits.
I know he
because of the injury.
I know he announced it.
Yeah,
but I know if anybody who's going to know better than that, it's going to be you.
Yeah. No, he's done. Yeah,
is he really?
Absolutely. I had a good long talk with him. Yeah, he's it's just he's young and he's got a lot of injuries.
I know spiritually he got real close to Jesus.
Oh, always. Yeah, he's been a big follower.
I respect that to the highest.
And so the left hand.
Is it the left hand or the right hand?
It's a left hand this time. See, and that's what kind of threw it off too. Is he's always broke his right hand. Mm-hmm. Left hand's always been great. And then the first,
and those of you who don't know what we're talking about, it's Michael McDonald.
And he breaks this thing like shatters. So it was a very difficult surgery. He had to fly out to Las Vegas multiple times and do different things. And then during the operation, he lost feeling in his bicep tendon. Ooh. So for a few weeks, he couldn't feel anything in his arms. He just went back to the doctor on last Friday, and got a follow-up. Everything's recovering better now. It was
his nerve in there or something like
that. From sedations and stuff. Sometimes you just get stuff that happens when you're caught. Like I said, they had to basically redo his whole bone. It was shattered. Yeah. So trying to piece it, the doctor that did the surgery said it was one of the most difficult surgeries ever done on a hand before.
Man, that sucks.
And that's in Las Vegas, a sports doctor.
Yeah. Like, dude's good with his hands, not just in fighting, but like
he's just an intelligent fighter.
I've seen like tables and just like hideaway gun shelves and stuff. Like, dude's really good with his hands. So like,
he doesn't want to lose the opportunity having arthritis in 5 years or more, and can't do woodwork and do other things. So
he does. Him and his brother do really good work.
Yeah.
They make those knives and stuff.
They do knives, cabinets. They'll make safes. They make all kinds of stuff.
Dude, you name it for your house. Like, you want a table that opens up and your shotgun Mossberg rolls out. Yeah. Your table.
They'll make it.
They make those clever ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They'll do anything. Yeah.
Like back in the day, Wild West, you know what I mean? Just boom, just a Batman's
cave. But if you just wanted a table made for your office, they'll make that for you.
Shit, we may have one made right here.
Yeah, they can make it with your logos, and they can do all kinds of stuff. I mean, he's a custom woodworker, so he can do. He's got thousands and thousands of dollars worth of tools.
If you're watching, my man, let's do something. Let's hook up right here, man.
Now, once he's healed up, I'm sure he'll be doing a lot more work. He's just still getting the feeling back in his left hand, so I don't think he's producing much work right now. He's just trying to recover. But once he gets back in, he'll.
And Richard, that's one of many relationships that you have with these fighters outside of the cage.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, because you got your promoters, and they're all business. They act like they love the fighters. They act like I'll say this. They act like they love the product, right? And they do, because the product's bringing something back. Yeah. But for you, I've noticed, and I'll say there's a couple other ones. I'm not going to put them on the spot right now. You take it beyond. You keep that relationship with them. Like, you're always at Joe Soto's wedding. You're flying out with Joe Soto. You're doing things, and that's that bond where started here. I think we need more promoters and matchmakers that aren't afraid to open up and just be respected. And we talked about that word today, about respect, and it goes a long way. And you receive it because you seem to give it right off the bat.
Absolutely. You just, like I said, treating everybody from the first fight to the last fight the same is where it starts. Because you never know which one of those guys is going to make it too. Yeah. So you don't want to disrespect anybody, especially you don't want to feel better or treat anybody less than yourself. So
I agree to an extent, but at this point with the
have people,
it's kind of like everybody kind of like knows who's ring to kiss and who's not. And Richard's become one of those guys just over time because of.
But I've never asked for anything to be.
Well, neither did Reed.
Like I said, as long as
neither did Reed. Reed never asked to have the ring kissed, and everybody who fucking knew better in the Valley was like, dude, you want to get in good with that place and fight? That's the motherfucker whose ring you go kiss right now. His ass is the one. But
Christian was doing as many fights as he was. That's where people don't know.
Well, no, agreed.
Because literally, he would call me whenever I first started matchmaking, and we were putting together half that fight card, just portions of the card for the guys that are coming in from Texas and Idaho and shit. We weren't doing that. Now, but Christian was putting together all those undercard fights with anybody that was within the area fighting. Christian was booking us.
Yeah. And which was smart because you lock.
Christian's blowing up right now, man. He's doing some major shit.
Oh, he's every day. God, dude, that guy's got the life.
At least he's gotten down the selfie camera.
Yeah, he's got it worked out now.
It's like one of those old guys that puts a profile pic, and it's like, come on, Chris, you got this, dude. He's like,
he's killing it.
Glasses on, and she's like, all right, and I'm like, oh, come on, dude, you got it.
That's a genius when it comes to entertainment.
The man doesn't sleep.
Yeah, I wonder when he does sleep too.
I know. Yeah, he's always going.
And speaking of sleep, we're gonna take what you call halftime. It's a halftime break. Most podcasts, they continue to rock and roll, but we're gonna recap. We're gonna revamp, and we're gonna come back at you bigger and stronger and faster, just like the $6 Million Man. Now, that's a plug for Lee Majors. Shoot, but it's a plug for the Fighter's Voice. We're gonna come back. continue to knock you out, continue to kick your ass. Remember, we're the best, hottest show in the Valley. If anybody says any different, come aboard right now. Get on the mic. Let's have some fun. Got Cole-Escovedo. We got Rich sitting down right now, man. Say it, claim it, be it, believe it. It's not being arrogant. It's being confident, man. And if you don't promote yourself, who else and who will, man, except for Richard-Goodman. He's going to promote a big fight coming up during intermission that we talked about. Actually, I got a text from that guy, and we'll touch up on it. We'll be coming right back, taking a halftime break. The Fighter's Voice KICKASS podcast. We got Cole, we got Rich, we got myself. See you in a few.
The Fighter's Voice.
KICKASS Podcast.
Hi, Richard-Ortiz here, your official voice of the Fighter's Voice. And whenever I'm watching a fight or just relaxing, Bobby Salazar's. Either this left one here or this right one here, you cannot go wrong. Whenever I want to kick back and relax and watch a fight or just something on TV or just relax, it's Bobby Salazar's. Or even the knockout salsa itself. Jose Ramirez, knockout Bobby Salazar's salsa because it's very hot and it's hot with that green belt. Just like this green salsa right here. This is the official salsa of the Fighter's Voice, Bobby Salazar's.
The Fighter's Voice.
KICKASS Podcast.
Right here at Mad Productions and Entertainment. Man, we're back here in the studio, man, you know, doing it big, doing it, having fun, and, you know, hey, you're along for the ride. Kind of like being on the train. Do we got the train coming up pretty soon, Mr. Engineer? Nah, well, we'll come back at that right now, man. But I do want to talk about, we were just messing around last night. I was talking to Joey Perez. Well, I wasn't talking to him. I talked about an exhibition, you know, for a charity match, and I got a text from him, and actually he invited me to be on Eggs and Bacon, November 9th. The day of, so right before that.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Cool.
So it's good because I'm gonna take a plug. He said, "What do you do?" If he says, "What are you doing tonight?" I'm saying, "Man, what do you mean? What everybody should be doing? Going to Tachi Palace Fights."
Yeah, he'll probably be
the Fighter's Voice will be there, baby. Yes, all day long. Bring the best coverage that anybody can have around this area. Plain and simple. Period. We'll be right on there.
It'll be an obvious.
Sound like a little.
Sure.
It's the timer.
Absolutely. It's the what?
The timer.
Oh, it's the timer.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay, man.
When it went off and the reset, he didn't.
But he's got to know about
Close
the conversation.
Oh, I'm sure he did, man. But it's all good. It was all in fun. I mean, I would never.
Talk about it.
What's that?
Be a good opportunity to talk about it. Be good.
Do you think it can come into existence?
Why not?
I mean, I don't know, man.
You give me 2 solid reasons why not, and I bet you I'll have an answer for both of them.
I'm down.
Okay.
That's not a why not.
No, I know exactly.
You don't have an answer for that.
I mean, like 2 legitimate, like, oh, I got a really bad MCL. Okay.
What's that?
What are you guys going to
ACL?
freestyle?
Yeah, MCL and bad knee or something. You know what I mean? Like some bucks. You know? But I think it's
4 rounds, man. I don't need all 4.
Dude, like, make it like a 5-round exhibition match, dude.
Bro, you trying to push the cardio,
you're
huh?
trying to kill him with it.
Shit.
Boxing still takes a couple
yeah,
minutes and a lot of footwork.
Yeah, it does. I'll be sparring with Thunder over here, man. Shit, Thunder get me ready.
Dude, it's like, what, 3 minutes?
2.
2-minute rounds? Dude,
Well, for amateur.
Okay, well,
amateur.
We'll do 2-minute rounds.
It would be amateur because they're not getting paid.
Well, I got to work the clock then.
An exhibition could be 1 minute,
That's
though.
10 minutes, bro.
Yeah. I need more than 1 minute in there, man. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to give them all at one time. Just let them throw the jab a little bit.
Touch him up a little bit.
I mean, I don't want to get laced or something. I don't want to get headbutted, but some people don't know how to fight. They're going to come and try to bulldog you in there, and you can't get off, man.
Yeah.
You make it like 2-minute rounds.
You can if you use a jab.
And the best part about it is
exactly.
It's a novelty thing already, right?
Yeah.
Dude, fucking spice it up. Put mics in the corners so that they can hear what you guys are saying to each other. Like, what happened? Man, motherfucker keeps hitting me in the stomach, man.
He stepped on my toe.
I can't fucking breathe. That's what's happening.
Hey, if I can draw a big sponsorship for that and maybe... Well, I want it for charity, man. I already know what, thumbs up for Richie Foundation. I'll definitely do that.
And we'll just make it like a longer than normal round. Like it's 2 minutes in between rounds versus the normal minute. And I just come around, somebody can come around with a mic and be like, hey, dude, you got fucking punched in the face. How'd that feel? Man, it hurt. Okay, cool. And
almost like celebrity deathmatch here.
Yeah, exactly. Be like,
damn, there we go. Let's bring Joe Rogan right here.
You look really tired, bro. Are you sure you're okay? We could call it if you want. I got a towel, and just make it fun.
Absolutely.
Maybe bring a midget in there,
Oh, shit, now we're calling it a freak show.
Hey, okay, so I know.
Yeah, damn, midget. Are we talking about your visions and dreams, or are we talking about actual event that we plan on putting together? Because you mentioned chaps, you mentioned midgets, you mentioned whips,
and 2 men in a ring.
And 2 men in the ring.
Was that Happy Gilmore? Was that movie where we had that? Well, no, because I know a group that does events and stuff. They did
I know a group that does events. Now they're a group.
They did
the little pro midget wrestling. Yeah, I know that guys.
I'm doing our time, man.
To have them there, be even funner. It'd be even cooler.
I'll give it some thought, man. I mean, it's not up to me. It's up to him. I'd be down for that stuff. I'll get back in shape right there and
if you're gonna do it,
have
do
some
it
fun.
big. Just make it a big novelty thing. Like make
It is going to be big.
thing.
It is.
Hell, do it before
I'll
the
keep
event.
control over it because I know you can go out of control and talk a lot of shit, and I don't want to do all that stuff. I want to keep it classy, but we can have some fun in there. We can have some fun in there.
I just think it'd be
You just know. Listen, Cole.
Cole just wants to see you fight.
No, Cole. You know what's going to happen once that bell rings, Cole. It's no secret.
One
Okay.
is gonna go in the fucking
No,
cardiac arrest.
it's not. No. Hold on. It's not one of us.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck no, it's not. We're not here just to have fun and talk about bacon. I know you damn instigator. Let's talk about Cole's comeback.
He said, I'm cooking
Cole's
some bacon
Corner.
and eggs. I'm frying those biscuits.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm
if you
giving
want
him a
Cole-Escovedo
two-piece.
to come back, hey, give us a call.
He's gonna show
The
what
Cole's
Popeye's
comeback.
chicken.
Scrambled eggs. Oh man, but we could do that. That could be the slogan.
Nah, Joey's an athlete, man. Joey's a big dude, man. He may
bro.
hurt me a little bit.
Give him the two-piece.
We'll get Dominic Cruz to train you. Just fucking bounce around.
Oh shoot, don't.
Shit, dude.
Hey, great footwork right there.
Right?
Hell
You gotta
yeah.
have about a
Dude.
30-mile cardio for
Oh
that
yeah,
one, though.
yeah. You can get away with the
Guys.
first 30 seconds that way,
Yeah.
but carry that
After
the
that,
whole.
you better start just
Shoot.
moving forward.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Get tired.
Exactly. Hey, no training for you, Richard. You don't train anybody, or if anybody asks, hey,
No.
No?
I haven't touched a mat in 10 years probably since I've had all the surgeries.
yeah.
I just not worth taking
Let-
the chance. I
let's-
set out
let's-
for 2.5 years just having surgery after surgery.
So when you stopped fighting, you still wanted to be around the sport. Well, how did you get started?
Yeah, that's how I was fighting and helping at the same time.
Okay.
I was working with Ground and Pound Fight Gear. I don't know if you remember
Way
them.
back in the day.
day.
I think I wore some of their
Yeah,
shirts. Yeah,
absolutely. We sponsoring fighters and setting up booths at different shows, King of the Cage, Gladiator, Strike Force, you name it. We were traveling everywhere, selling products
Grappling
and stuff.
events.
Yep,
yeah, you'd see them
everything.
at grappling
Yep.
stuff
And so
everywhere.
while I was doing that, I was working with some fighters. And so then at that time, Christian and them, the WC just got bought by the UFC. So it just kind of asked me if I
Okay.
wanted to assist in matchmaking those parts because I'd already been out connecting with all these fighters
Yeah.
and doing all this stuff all over the road.
Yeah.
So I was like, hell yeah. And that's how it
Heck yeah.
started. Christian gave me that
An
shot.
opportunity. A big shout out to Christian Printup, man. I'm still waiting for my candy, my man. But yeah.
It's got to come from
Yeah.
New
I gotta
York.
tag Joey
from New
and
York.
Christian in this shit now.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
There you
too
go.
good.
Joey's my dude, man. November
Yeah.
9th. November 9th. The Fighter's Voice would be on. Was it Bacon and Eggs in the morning?
Yeah.
Ooh, fight day. That's
Bacon
my
and
fight
eggs
day.
with Joey?
Yeah, absolutely. And
That's
promote
what
the
I'm saying.
fight.
We're gonna be able to talk about the.
Oh yeah,
about the
definitely,
fight.
definitely.
We'll know who made weight and who's.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody makes weight, right?
Oh.
Everybody, all
Everybody
the
that
time.
puts in, man. Hey, how's Mitchell doing?
You know,
What's your
he's. I think he's off in Colorado right now. He was up there training with another heavyweight, getting him ready for a fight. I'm pretty sure he'll be back in action next year.
Okay.
So he had some injuries before that fight at the
The televised fight.
Yeah. He actually had like bone spurts and stuff removed from his elbow like 4.5 weeks before that fight. He didn't tell anybody. And
See?
so
Oh, he wanted
See?
that opportunity. Yeah, we talked
See?
about that.
that's why he looked
There's
fat.
no need to mention
Because you
it.
could tell he looked different, you know.
When we were talking about like
His cardio is
mentioning
always never a
injuries and
problem.
stuff.
And
Yeah.
you can tell something because he didn't have his
Something's
six pack and he weighed
Yeah.
250 compared to usually 235, 240.
And he had his opportunities in there.
Yeah, he still
he was doing
you
good
could
for
tell
himself.
he was the better fighter.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah, exactly.
that's why they didn't sign the other guy.
Yeah.
They brought him in there to get the contract.
To get the look. Yeah.
and he just didn't come prepared that time, you know. But like I said, when you got things, it's hard to say no to an opportunity.
Oh,
Yeah.
No matter what, even if your leg's broken, I mean, you're still going to go out there and give it a shot because as long as you perform well enough, you'll be back.
You know what? And hey, I get to kill two birds with one stone. That's exactly what happened, and I'm not taking away from it, but that's exactly what it is. When you look at the Crawford Benavidez fight, Benavidez is not going to turn down the opportunity to fight for the
That's a lot of
welterweight
money.
championship of the world, knowing damn well that right leg, that right knee was not ready, but you're not going to turn it down. And another thing, a lot of people don't know you're a big boxing fan and supporter. I mean,
Yeah.
they see the MMA,
I
you
watched
wear
that fight,
you wear the
absolutely.
MMA hat and stuff, but you know you're boxing and you support boxing, man. Let me ask you this question, man. Any boxing coming to Tachi?
It wouldn't be, and I wouldn't know. I honestly don't get that information inside there. Those are events through the entertainment. So I would assume so, though. I mean, they've been doing them with
yeah.
About Millions. Alonzo and them have
Yeah.
been doing shows there, so I wouldn't see why they wouldn't do any more.
Do some more. I mean, I
Yeah.
thought it went really well.
Yeah, I thought so too. So
Yeah,
I
Rick
wouldn't.
Meridian was involved in some stuff
Yeah,
there, and it
so
went really
I
well.
wouldn't be surprised if they did. But I just I'm not in that discussion. I really just focus on my job.
It'd be like asking the poker floor what the next slot machines coming out are going to be. There's like there's a GM just for that whole department.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know. Like
I'm asking because I'm trying to get an answer. Everybody asks, "Hey, when's the next fight at Tachi?"
Yeah, no, I've
really
been getting hit up by other.
like,
I get hit up by people all the time. When's the next boxing match too? And unfortunately, like I said, or Muay Thai, and
I won't know.
I won't know unless they call me and ask me if that they need my assistance. Then other than that, I just do my job.
Are you opposed, or have you ever match made with boxing?
I'm not opposed to it. I just it's already got its market and its people inside those places, you know. So pretty much I'd have to start coming in and stepping on toes.
Okay.
Right away, how do I get this? How do I give me that? You know, and so I don't want to interfere in anybody else's money.
I mean, the approach for like him, like let's say it was just a blank canvas. I'd say his approach would be to come in and say, hey, I know you're a manager, you're a manager, you're a manager. I want to put together a show. Which of your guys are looking for fights? I want to put together a card out here. Okay. That would be his approach.
That's a way to get it out the toolbox.
You're not stepping anyone's toes at that point. It's
but a lot of those fighters are signed to a promotion already, though.
Exactly.
So just because they have agents doesn't mean they're not signed already. Some of these guys are signed before they even get out of high school, or right when they, they're just on the download. They're already agreed to something, and the moment that they can turn professional, that contract's wet. They've already had cash in the bank waiting for it. So boxing's different than MMA, you know, in that sense, to where these superstar talents, they're bought and paid for long before you even have a chance to. I wouldn't be able to take any guys from Bob Arum, or I don't have $30 million to offer you over the next 10 years, you know, something like that, something stupid that they can do. So you know, you could get in there and try to make some little bit of money, but you're primarily, I'd be ending up matching up street fighters probably for the most part. It wouldn't even it wouldn't even legitimize the sport, and I wouldn't want to attach my name to that.
Like a testing ground, just give your newer guys.
I mean, you could do a tough man type competition, you know, but as far as
how
boxing,
the bar got started, right?
Exactly, you know. So, but as far as boxing, it's just there's too many friends and stuff that are in that business that I wouldn't want to. Unless they ask for my assistance in some way, shape, or form, which I know I can do anything. So
no, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to pull out of you. So just keep that thought. I want to ask you this: do you think at all, or maybe they have? Will Tachi Palace ever have a Hall of Fame? Like, you know, Poppies and some of those guys.
Yeah, we've discussed that.
Joe
actually.
Soto.
Yeah, I mean, there's been so many guys. Cole, all these guys. Of course. Yeah, all these guys. We would have.
I mean, they're there. I mean, I'd hate for it to happen after something happened, or they're not just do. I mean, that would be. That way, when they do show up to the fight, I mean, we have Hall of Fame here. Yeah. I mean, because they're always there.
They are, and absolutely.
I think that'd be something they deserve.
Trust me, that's something we
No, I don't want to term. Well, I can say deserve.
Like
well-earned.
Olaf.
Yeah.
Guys like
Olaf and stuff, who even came back and fought, you know. 10 years after
I think that'd be great, man.
There. Oh no,
and a dinner, the whole thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would absolutely be all for that. Like I said, it's been discussed before, setting up a wall and having these guys.
Well,
set
when
up
that happens,
the
man,
casino.
let's talk about it on the show.
Yeah,
man.
once it's figured out, it would definitely be something that I would bring here for sure.
Absolutely, man. So I appreciate you being here, man, and we're gonna have you back here. I want you to be a regular here, man. I mean, because your input is a lot of people ask questions, man. Just because I do this show, I don't have all the answers. I mean, I get my answers from you guys. I get my answers from the fans. I get my answers from just being a student of the game and being around it, loving it, absorbing it. But I brought you here, and like I said, I was telling Cole, when our guests are here, we're basically going to wring them out like a towel. We're going to get as much as we can off them.
Do it.
No, I'm serious because you're here. And
I'm putting on weight anyway, so I got plenty to
we'll
wring
some of it out there. I know you got something coming up, Cole. Go for it.
Yeah, I want to get his opinion on the Mighty Mouse Askerson thing.
I think that's amazing. That's great.
Right? So a lot of people have already looked at it like, oh, it's a trade. It's not a trade. So if you're looking at it like it's a trade, it's not really a trade. It's they both happen to become free agents at the same time.
They're not free agents.
Well, the Henry Cavill
it's a trade.
Was his last one. You think so?
It is a trade. No, Demetrius Johnson had more than one fight left on the contract still.
My understanding was they were both let
go.
And
Ben Askren has multiple contracts. He still has multiple contracts with. He just retired.
That's
because
the big
he was
news you're talking
about.
about.
But when you're retired, you still have your contract. See, like Mikey is a great example. If Mikey has 2 fights left on his Bellator contract, he's retired.
Yeah, he can't.
If 5 years from now he said he wanted to come back and fight, he still has his fight for Bellator.
Yes, UFC does the same thing.
Yeah, they own you basically. They own your rights. And so
they're just going to do a one-time trade-off?
That's what I'm seeing it as, because I think the ONE FC wants to build those
DJ
weight
make
classes.
A lot of money out there.
He'll make more money over there in the Asian market
He's
and
already
stuff.
a
He's a
huge thing out
small,
there.
robotic little fighter who's going to be able to kick you in the head now and do these other things.
And he's energetic.
And
he's
Ben
animated.
Askren's already proven. I think he's the best welterweight in the world. Honestly, I do. I just don't see anybody being able to. He's like a Khabib at 170.
So the big problem for Asker
He's dominated everybody.
has been
His jiu-jitsu is
Khabib's
just
like an
funky
anaconda.
on the ground
I don't
too.
care for his like antics and his attitude. It's just shitty like entitlement. But
Yeah.
the problem that he had wasn't really his fault. It was the stage he was performing on
Couldn't give him what he
didn't
needed.
have as much household name exposure.
But he
if
mollywopped
wasn't Kimbo
everybody in
or he wasn't
Bellator.
whatever. So. You know what I mean? So I think it'll be a good opportunity for him to at least be. So, but we saw what happened to Alvarez. Alvarez did a lot too, and then he moved up one notch and he got the shit kicked out of him. So
Yeah.
there's a really good chance.
But
at
Alvarez got the
competition
shit
level.
kicked out of him in Bellator before he left too.
True.
Twice by Michael Chandler.
So it's going to be a good test.
So Ben's never been even. I haven't even seen a fight
it-
where he was even competitive.
is
and
it
he,
just the one?
no, I'm sure it's going to be just this one fight,
Yeah.
trade, and then I'm sure it's going to be a multiple fight deal though for
See how
both
it
guys.
goes.
And I think Ben will be thrown right into the wolves because Dana White wants to prove.
I want to know what
That he ain't
sparked
crap.
that. Like I want to see what happened. Like
Yeah.
how'd that meeting happen where they were going to finally say, "Oh, let's do some trades." Like
Matt Hume, he's
Wow.
Demetrius' coach, and he's also the vice president at the ONE FC.
oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm
Oh,
sure
okay.
he's
Then,
like,
yeah,
hey,
then he said, "Hey, here's an opportunity.
here's an
for us
opportunity.
to-
Ben don't want to fight for us anymore. Let me get DJ over here. You guys aren't marketing him. You don't want him anymore.
We could use
Let's
him."
do a swap. We'll give you him, and you give me this, and it's a fair business deal for each person.
Damn,
The
that's
money
right.
was probably around the same for each guy.
I forgot Hume's been like involved deep in that stuff since
Oh,
even
yeah.
way back in like Dream days.
Yeah.
He was always there.
Those questions are being answered because the more content you're talking about, now you know exactly how deep he's in.
that-
When I was
dude,
talking
that
to you
makes
about how
sense.
deep you're in the NBA game event, Bill Connaughton has a question from you.
Way more money.
Bill, I got a question for you. Bill Connaughton, he said, how far is Bellator away from UFC as far as competition, or are they away from UFC as far as levels? And when will they close that gap?
Yeah, I would say they're still 1-2, but I think the gap is closing faster, not because the Bellator is growing, but because the UFC is declining.
The market for fighters.
Yeah.
And
It's just so
opportunities is
flooded
expanding.
right now. Like, I mean, at one
Oversaturated,
point
dude.
it was oversaturated, and so Bellator's doing entertaining fights
Yeah.
on top of having good quality fighters. The UFC kind of doesn't build anybody up anymore.
Well,
They
I
just
think they're
they
getting
just
ready
send
to
you out
change
there,
their
and
business
they don't
model.
care if you're 20-0 and you're a good fighter. They'll still call you on a 5-day notice to go get your ass beat in Brazil
Mm-hmm.
and ruin your whole build up because they're not in the. They've lost the concept of building up fighters. Back then, you had your Chuck Liddell, then you had your Randy Couture, and you had your Tito. These guys were guys that were dominating
Storied,
and storied and
followed.
had things, and they were building up the fighters. But I think the UFC got smart in a sense, which is now hurting them though, because they got smart to where the UFC sells the show now, not Chuck Liddell, not Tito Ortiz,
Yeah.
and that's the difference in boxing and MMA. Why the boxer makes more money because Floyd Mayweather sells the show. They don't care if it's promoted by Al Heyman or if it's promoted by so and so. It's Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
That's it. That name is what's
Sold,
selling it.
signed.
So you've became bigger than the promotion, like what Conor's doing now.
Yeah.
And that's if they would have continued to allow this to happen, they would have had 20 Conors already.
Yeah.
But they nipped it at the butt, and they just started letting these guys
Well,
get
they
their
don't want
asses
to lose,
beat
they don't want
because
to
they
lose
know
control.
who.
They want
forced,
control.
They,
forced
as a
Reebok,
matchmaker,
they
you know
forced
who
single
can win majority of the
contracts.
fights when you're making the fights happen. You have to.
Okay,
I
let
mean,
me ask you this, Richard. Okay, that's okay, and it's okay to tip your hat a little bit. When you're writing these names down next to each other, you're inking them in or putting them in. You have a strong idea which way it's going to go.
You should. I mean, you should have a general
Because
idea.
I had a
but I
conversation.
mean, I get surprised all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have had conversations with you and saying, "Man, this guy flipped the script, man."
Yeah. Oh,
Or,
yeah.
or these
At
guys, it
some
was just a
point-
freaking dogfight.
At some point,
every
you
card.
bracket.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But my point is, every card that you've had, we've had those freaking dogfights. I
Yeah,
mean, blood
yeah.
in and blood out, so to
Yeah.
speak. And I'm going to touch up on something right here. We're not going to mention any names, but the first time the Fighter's Voice, we were doing this coverage right here. Real talk, my man KP was right there with the mic, the camera, setting it up. We've had a fighter. He won his fight, right? I mean, he's getting ready to party. He's getting ready to live it up. I won. My family's here. My girlfriend's here. Everybody's here. He walks in the back, and he's getting ready to just get checked out by the doctor and get ready to get on his way and celebrate. But lo and behold, we saw a couple sheriffs there just waiting by every single door. And
Not the first time.
No, and they were getting ready to rain on the parade. Actually, there was a warrant for him. Richard negotiated so the fight could take place. So at least because the guy punished his body, he put the grind in, he cut the weight he needed to do, looked chiseled, and he was in a back and forth seesaw battle.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh my God!" He go, "Really, man?" So I still asked him for the interview anyways, and he took it. But he said, "Hey, it's cold outside. Yeah, I need a shirt." And he was getting ready to go. And he goes, "Well, I got one in the dressing room." They go, "No.
You ain't walking away from that. Nice try, though.
No, dog. Real talk. Hey, let's talk about that. How did that go down, man? Without mentioning a name. And he took it very, very classy.
Yeah. Actually, right when the event was starting, because it was one of the earlier fights, I was notified by somebody in the casino that there's a fighter on the card that had a warrant, and I said, "Well, who?" So then they told me who it was, and so I was able to meet the sheriffs in the back right before the guy was going to fight, and they were going to just go take him out of the fight. And I was just like, "Hey, can you guys cut me some slack here? As long as you allow this to happen, I'll make sure that he comes peacefully." Because that's what they were really. They would have had there was a whole caravan of sheriffs back there, but only 2 came in there because I promised them that I'd make sure that everything went down
and see,
smoothly.
you kept it discreet because nobody knew what was happening.
No,
it's just I was thinking, Richard's back here real fast.
Yeah, and that's because I wanted to make sure everything went.
Yeah,
and that's why I had to tell the dude, like, "Look, I have no choice but to do this right now." Or they could have just went and took you from the back, but they were kind enough to watch you fight.
Yeah, I remember.
They were back there being cool, cheering him on and stuff. And they were even cool when they took him out of there. Let him do the interview with you. They let him say how bye to his family. And it's just sometimes those things are out of my control. If it was up to me, I wish I could just open the door and let the guy take off running. But that's going to fall back on me.
Yeah, that's not the first time.
My point is that's one of those. That's one of those behind the stage secrets, man. I mean,
for the
those stories.
Yeah, that's right.
Reed had to do that.
Hey, man, those are the stories that take place, and only on the Fighter's Voice KICKASS podcast.
So that was the first time that happened to me in years since Big Sal from the Bakersfield. This dude, a heavyweight, tatted up. I think he was a Southerner, and he was going to fight Butterbean or somebody on our show, something crazy like that. And while he's on stage weighing in, a whole group of sheriffs just come walking in on both sides. This dude tries to book it, and it was a mess.
Oh, man.
And this dude's like 300 pounds, 6'5", you know what I mean? Just an animal.
Probably doesn't want to go.
Yeah,
that's a rough
peacefully.
Day,
but we paid his wife the money for showing and win bonus. Just to make
it. I'm out.
Yeah, there you go.
He made weight.
Hey, you didn't want the Nuestra Familia or anybody coming after you. Here's your money, bud.
Hell no.
Sorry about your troubles.
Yeah, sorry, man. We didn't know that was coming. But yeah, I didn't even know that was coming, because like I said, his crime or whatever offense wasn't anything that something that I would be worried about. If it was something that was bad or something, I wouldn't even let the dude on the show.
Yeah, of course.
When it comes to those things,
it was just programs and stuff, and you missed a drug court or something like that. You know what I mean? And you're all clean and you're doing good, but you just don't have the money sometimes, or those things cost money to do those things. To pay for those things and do all that stuff. And so I got hard.
Fighting somebody to get the money to pay that shit.
Exactly.
Stuff happens.
So
he put on a good show, man. I mean, that particular fight was going back and forth.
Yeah, it was going way back and forth. That was a great fight.
You get more money if you win.
Actually, he got off the canvas.
Yeah,
he got knocked down a couple times,
and then came back and knocked the dude out in the second round or third round. Yeah.
Hey, man, these are the stories that could only be told on the KICKASS podcast.
Some interesting stories for that.
Absolutely.
I don't even.
Cole, I know you got one.
I block them all in the back of my head and just lock
just
them.
the things I've put Reed through, man. Just the
this guy was
stress
an animal.
Put Reed through, bro. Yeah. Body locks, bar fights in Connecticut, the fights
Playboy
at the Palace,
mansions,
ring car girls, warrants. Just, dude, it's just.
Yep.
Poor shit. Some poor stuff Reed had to do.
You got to buy his book to find out.
I know. And he does got a book.
Had to put up with, God, those poor guys.
Oh, yeah, no, I had to all the time, too.
And you know what? Actually, we talked about re-releasing the book. Yeah. Maybe we can do it outside of Tachi. Have the Fighter's Voice set it up. We're promoting it.
Yeah.
Have Cole re-release his book.
He should.
I think he should.
Absolutely. He should update it, though.
Exactly. Because
you should update it with some more trials and tribulations that have happened along the way.
Exactly.
Yep.
So make sure when you're updating
the Cole trials.
There you go. When you're updating it, there's a freaking chapter about the Fighter's Voice, baby. That's all day long, baby.
It's all in your section.
Giving you new life again, keeping you born again, alive again. Shoot, Cole's loving it now, man. Shoot.
It's a fun job. I told you, my dream job was a game show host. So this
is, we talked about that. What the hell? What are you doing right now, man? Being you and having fun. You have fun. Man. Hey, man, you do what you love. You never work a day in your life.
Yep.
And the one who told me that was Ali Setback, and he's the one who said, Richard, you're not the Fighter's Voice, you're the only voice. And that's coming from Ali Setback, man. So I appreciate the nickname, appreciate that gesture, and appreciate, man, that, just pumping me up right there. A lot of people have a problem with that comment, he said, but it's okay.
Hey,
It's
haters
okay,
will
man.
hate.
Yeah,
It's
they do,
part of
man.
life.
Yeah. I'm getting, you know, it's helped me out a little bit.
So you just
Cole's
gotta
helped me out a little bit.
Block them all out.
Gotta hate something.
Yeah, well, I
Yep.
hate onions and mayonnaise, man, and
I'm
country
hating that new
music.
Call of Duty right now.
Ogres have layers. Onions have layers.
Oh, man. Yeah. I know the way that goes down, man. But check this out. You guys got some nice gear. On my way out, when I was checking out last time, you got the Tachi Palace hats, the polos, and bro, those are nice.
Yeah, they just started making some
Are they
stuff.
online now?
I think they're just at the gift shops right now.
Yeah. Hey, no, bro.
Inside
That's yeah.
Yeah, they're
I'm gonna hit
inside
your
the
ass up
stores.
next time. Drop them down right here, bro.
Yeah,
Those are
I
no,
will.
those are nice. I like the flat bill. They got
Yeah,
the flat bill.
they
Those
got-
are very.
yeah.
No, hey, you got to
They
check
got
it
a
out.
couple different color styles too. And
They
stuff.
do.
Yeah.
Seriously, they know how to get you because the red is popping, but that gray is sick too.
That
And that
gray is
nice polo, bro.
Yeah.
Sold.
No, they're clean.
Yeah.
They're clean. I'll
That-
bring
seriously.
some out here with me next time.
Okay, yeah. They're nice, Cole.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
No, they are clean.
Oh
Top
yeah.
notch.
Yeah.
Good
'Cause you don't want
quality,
to sell
too.
junk, man. But no,
No.
there's some good stuff right there.
Oh yeah,
It's
no.
getting
Rogelio
cold.
and Jacob and the guys, and Mary and everybody got
Oh, I'm
together.
sure they put some effort into that,
all
yeah.
put some effort into that to
They're
make
gonna-
sure
they're
it's
gonna put out
not.
a half-ass product. That's a lost
No,
investment. So
exactly.
So when you guys put the show together, the most important question, because we talk about the fighters, we talk about everything that goes in there, but one of the most important questions I got to ask you: who gets the ringside girls or the cage girls?
Roxanne.
Okay, well, she's doing a good job. Give her a bonus, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no,
They've
okay,
always had
well-
good
I
ring
love not
girls.
having to deal with that. That's the
Palace-
least.
mess around with that.
I
Palace
just
has always
Oh yeah, no, they know what they're doing.
always had good ring
yeah,
girls.
they've been pretty
Always.
well.
I don't think it's ever been bad.
Yeah.
Whoever does their jobs out there,
Very
from
productive.
one to the next, dude, is
Yep.
just
Top notch right there.
It's
man.
mainly been Roxanne, honestly, throughout the years, except for when she left for a little bit after she had one. I think it was her second child. She took some time off and went home for a while, and then it was kind of bouncing around between me and Rogelio and whoever, Mary. You know, we were just. But I just like to just.
stay. It's
There you
one
go.
problem
so
I
much
don't want to
drama,
have.
dude. That's so much.
Yeah, there you go.
drama
There you
you
go.
know,
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
as much as possible, I try to.
Because then you get the question, well, how'd you screen them? What'd you do? And you know,
Well, I mean, the only thing you can do is send me a picture. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, what else can you do? And then
Yeah,
that sounds
exactly.
perverted. You know,
Yeah.
so then
or
you're just.
like send me a video of you holding up a blank.
Or
green
have you
card,
played another?
something.
Yeah, have you done a
have
card
an event? Have you done something?
competition? Some of these
Yeah.
girls have their own little bio stuff that they can send you, so that
Yeah,
made it
DVD,
easier.
They say, here, I've worked before.
But yeah, I just
some own gyms. There's
Yeah.
one from Madera. She owns a gym.
yeah, she does. She worked the LFA fights too in Fresno.
Yeah, and she's always posting her
both of
meals.
those girls. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, they eat all. It's a whole different lifestyle, man. They take it up a notch. They really do.
Yeah, if you want to be taken seriously, like cheerleading, like cheerleaders want to be taken professionally and stuff, which they really
Yeah.
don't get paid that much. That's
no,
really-
they don't.
found that out.
That's
It's
why
really
they're
low.
become
Like,
cheerleaders,
Well,
so they can snatch
Angela-
up a football player.
Yeah, there you go. Angela Johnson, she was a Raider
That's the key.
cheerleader.
Getting running lottery
75%. Yeah,
tickets, just running around
they're just
the
running around
field.
millionaires trying to get pregnant.
Hey, man. Oh, damn. Only on the podcast, baby.
What's up, 17? Like, dude, it'd be all day. Just high five the girl.
exactly.
They're asking for the Coltrane.
That
Hey,
shit's in their claws. I
The
bet. I bet
moment you
it's in their
see, the
claws.
moment you see her not working on the field, you know she got knocked up by one of the players.
Yeah.
She became the Instagram girl at home.
There you go. She
It's
signed her
in their
contract.
clause, dude. It
Contract was
specifically
signed.
says
That was a
you
great
cannot
signing
date the
bonus.
cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Like they say it in their clause, like you cannot date the cheerleaders.
But you know what
Don't
happens.
do it.
It's been happening since high school. When you're
Bro.
in high school and you're a basketball player or a football player, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know.
You're
so
balling.
when you're in college, what do you think you're doing?
You're balling.
You,
You're
you
balling.
always see that
Old
one
as
guy
the
who
dawn of
proposes
time.
to the cheerleader on the
Yeah,
sidelines in
exactly.
college football every year.
Yeah.
So what do you think's happening when they're adults
Yeah.
in the NFL now? This guy's worth $30 million and this chick's only worth $20,000, but she looks like she's worth $50 million.
That's just the way it is, man.
That dude's saying, "I'm logging that booty up."
Heck yeah. Put that on lock.
That's why those girls will do it for nothing.
Hey, man. Only on the podcast is where you see that. Yeah.
Different dreams.
Yep.
Like,
Different
What?
dreams, different
Yeah.
beans.
you know?
You know what?
surprised.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, man, I don't know how we got away from it.
I'd do
what
it.
can we?
We let Rich just run with it.
Hey, if they had a women's football league and they were making millions,
Hey,
do.
man.
me on
Yeah.
the sideline.
do.
I
Hey,
seen
they
that.
do.
The
They
lingerie,
It's
the
a
lingerie.
I better see
Hey,
your
they
fucking
hit
ass
too.
out there with some pom-pom bands going, "What's up, 17?
Yeah.
Let's go hit some weights."
Come
you
on,
know,
girl.
like,
Come on.
look, my max breast is 350.
Hey, they'll
Just
knock
go-
your ass out too. They
Dude,
hit.
them chicks can hit.
I saw this buff ass Barbie doll, but it was a Barbie doll, but it was buff as shit and had a Barbie head. It was like, "Hi, my name's Steve. It's short for Stephanie." It's like, what the
Oh,
fuck?
yeah. That's too much juice
She'll
in there.
lift you up.
Oh,
and
man.
pin you to the wall,
Oh,
bro.
thanks.
Where's dinner?
Yeah. But
Oh,
if she was
man.
worth $30 million, I'd probably let her
I
do it
better
anyways.
see you out there, bro. I better see you out there.
Hey,
Going, go.
you only got to put up with
Go.
it for a year. You get a
Chill.
divorce and take half the shit.
Damn,
She'll
it's all
hit-
business,
she'll
man.
hit
That's
you
real talk,
right
though,
out,
man.
get back out, dude.
That's real talk.
We got to start paying these women back.
Someone's getting paid. laid in the shade.
Oh my god!
Hey, give me the pom poms. I'm in.
You hearing
There
this?
you
now?
go. There you
You're
go.
gonna lose
And you know
him
what, guys? I didn't
to,
even
like,
have to
some
give. I
bullshit.
didn't even have to give him a drink of whiskey because I was gonna bring the Conor McGregor shit over here, and he's just freestyling right here, man. But this is coming from a man who does not drink. Okay,
Nope.
let me say that he does not drink, ladies
Trouble
and gentlemen.
comes from alcohol, man. I'm telling you.
Nah, man. Yeah, well,
It does.
You know what? I do want to say something.
I will have a drink when I don't have to drive.
I do want to say something right now. Do not drink and drive.
Exactly.
Do not drink and drive. And if you do, for damn sure, you better have your license on your car in the front. Just something to think about. Do not drink and drive.
Yeah.
And listen,
or you better
man.
have some good shoes to take off running.
Exactly. Hey, in 15 seconds,
Pull a Jones.
in
You can
15
pull a
seconds.
John Jones.
Can we keep rolling? We can keep rolling past that, can't we, Mr. Engineer? Yeah,
called
absolutely.
the
Yeah, keep this
Jones.
party going, man. Exactly. Or be able to run fast. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen some guys do it before.
So every time some dude runs from a hit and run, dude,
You
it's
just
gonna
can't be in your
called the
car.
Jones.
No, hell no, you can't.
That's the problem. You got to be in someone else's car
Nah.
when you do it.
No, man. You better be able to fly over those fences,
Because
too.
they just pull up the registration. Oh, there goes Tom running.
There he goes, man.
I don't get that.
It's a description.
Yeah,
in this day and
stereotype.
age-
That's him. That's him. Smells like
in this
mota,
day and
too.
age, I don't get how you can do that and keep going and think no one's gonna have you on film. Every fucking liquor store.
No,
and
bro. You
ATM
know
out
what?
there, dude. Like just in human nature. Like,
That's
like, you
just
slow
they
down,
just
stop. and
they
then go.
they just want it that high for that second amount. Bro, you're not gonna get. Why do people steal from Walmart, bro? Cops are there every single day. They got a great system. They
But
will
they
get
still
popped
get
and
away with
busted.
it.
Well, some do, man, but still, man.
Majority do. You'd be
I
surprised.
mean, did I say
I don't
Walmart?
know.
That store that
Should we
has a
call-
wall?
Can we
Probably
call Winona Ryder
70%.
and ask?
What's that?
We can call Winona Ryder and ask, right? She was a klepto for a while.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
she was, dude.
She was, bro. A
She
millionaire
was.
stealing shit.
Yeah, but it was
I mean, who does that?
What better way to get an answer?
Exactly.
There's
Call her.
a lot
Give her a
of
call.
people-
Did you get your text back?
They just
On
get
that
bored.
note,
Hey, maybe Rich can help us.
What do you need?
that's a good idea. Nah.
No, we'll say that.
I'd
one.
be slitting my own throat.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that because
No,
then you're under.
I'd be-
Yeah, yeah.
I'd be slitting my
Well,
own
you're
throat.
talking to the dude to make it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I can't get any closer than that. Like, you really can't. I just got to get on his ear. That's all.
No, we'll talk later, Rich. If you know some fighters want to come on here, man, bring them on here, man.
Cool.
Bring them on here. I mean, we're getting this. We're taking this to another level, man. As you can see here, it's revamped.
I got Gibson
We got the
looking at his
we got the
schedule.
A team here, man. I mean,
Gibson
as far as
runaround.
production, studio, engineer, props. I mean, we just got a whole. I'm excited because we're going to be interviewing a whole shitload of interns and let them just run with it.
Nice.
So I mean, we're getting ready to take this to another level, man.
Mad science time.
Yeah, and not just content here in Fresno and the Valley. We want some content in Oregon. We want some content in Tijuana. We want some content in LA, Bakersfield, Sacramento. So
got a
when
guy
we
with a
are
gym down
here,
there.
I don't want just our live streamers and viewers. We're going to be touching on all their events.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's
Yeah, that's
the
the
whole
way to
thing,
do it.
man.
That's
No,
how you
it's
expect
raising the
it.
bar. Absolutely, Rich.
Remember
It's real talk.
Rocky? Remember Rocky?
Yeah, of course.
He's got
Balboa?
a gym down there in like
Yeah.
Ensenada or something.
Yeah, he's got a
got-
he's
we
got a
got-
lot of.
Oh
I got-
yes, he does.
I
Oh,
got-
he called me, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's doing. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple gyms down there, but he's got one.
Yeah,
of the
he
main
needed
ones.
some help, right?
Yeah, he's got some plugs down
He's
there.
got
Yeah.
some traction going with his stuff down
Yeah,
there.
no,
now.
but he was looking for some kind of plugs and stuff. And actually, yes, I remember that.
He's got some traction going now. It looks nice.
Yeah.
He's got actual fighters and a gym going, consistency
Yeah.
and stuff. So
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
good
there's your-
strength and conditioning coach.
No,
there's
that's
your
no, that's a good
Tijuana
solid
setup
dude.
right
Well,
there, dude.
hey, man. I
I
mean,
mean,
I
we
just
might have
want
to drive down there to scope it out though first.
I just want the content.
What's a week cruise to Mexico?
I know.
The content from Tijuana, and you tell them what's going on in Tijuana. Those Tijuana viewers or those that got viewership there, they're going to tune in.
Oh, dude.
So that's what it is there.
UFC had been looking at Mexico as
Yeah.
a market forever.
Yeah.
It's a huge market.
Well, my key is, I mean, I love Fresno,
We did
welcome
shows
Fresno,
down there.
but it's also good to look beyond Fresno. You got to raise the bar. Just, I mean, you don't just want to fight in Fresno. I don't want this just to be heard and appreciated or hated in Fresno. Go hate me in LA or New York or Boston or Oregon. But hate me 10
sells.
times and tag somebody with it. Yeah.
Global hatred is
Absolutely,
the best.
man. I mean,
Means
Cole already
that
knows what
means
we're
they
trying to
know.
do with this. Absolutely, man. Yeah, go sit down. Go sit down with the rest of them. Get in that long line.
Get
Yep.
one. Next.
Oh man, it's just the way it is, man. But you know what? It's motivation, it's fuel to the fire, and it keeps us pushing, man. You know, iron sharpens iron. We talked about that yesterday, man.
We did.
Hey, you know wants to come back on the show? You know, Andre, the comedian.
Yeah, Covington.
Yeah, he wants to come back on the show. He says, "Man, dude, I feel like I need to come back on
He
again."
actually used to do commentating for us a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah, yeah.
We used to
Okay.
have, we used to have this little deal with the radio station, and
See
he
him
used
in the
to
ring
come
and
down
stuff.
and
He
do the
did,
commentating
Yeah.
and stuff.
He was doing one of my fights when I came
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Well, actually, he ring announced for. I'll give a plug to Big Al Entertainment, the first one. Yeah, he was ring announcing.
Mm-hmm. But he still does his comedy stuff too. I see.
Oh man, he's hilarious, man.
He's got with the morning show.
Yeah, he's pretty witty too. Well, actually,
did they all leave B95 or is he still at B95? Because I know like
I'd
the
be
Juice
lying if
Crew
I said
morning
I knew
show,
it.
half of them
Is it
left to
97.1?
Q97.
Who would know that? Was it B95?
They're at Q97.
Q97.
Now. Yeah,
Q97. Because we want to bring them
all
back.
of them went. The whole Juice Crew pretty much left to Q97.
Well, there it is. There, they went to the other side of the fence.
All these, yep.
We remember
Money
his morning
talks.
show. Yeah, exactly. Remember his morning show when he would prank someone on the phone?
Yeah.
We're going to get our phone system done someday,
Yes.
but we want him to do this. We're going to do some research on somebody, bring him on the show live, and let him prank the hell out of him, bro.
There you go.
And
At least I know to be looking out for it now.
Well,
Thanks for the heads up.
let him do what he does best.
Richard would be like, fuck you got to call him.
Fuck
What's up?
you, yeah.
Bring him. What
Fuck
stupid
this guy.
fucking joke you
Don't
guys got?
lie.
As soon as he goes, hi, Rich, be like, yo, what's up, stupid?
Yeah.
Just right away, just
I know who you
not
are.
even buying it. Be like,
I know your voice.
But what he did say, he said, get some juice on somebody. I
Yeah.
said, you got it, man.
That's easy.
You
Dude,
got it.
That's simple.
So we're going to bring him in on the
Everybody's
show.
show up at one after party at the fights, and you'll get so many fighters. Be like, I
Yeah.
know what
We
this
plan
guy
on
did.
having him back probably in December, man. But I want to make sure we have some ammo, and that'd be great. That'd be great.
No, Andre's cool, man.
Yeah, he
He's
knows how to
always
do all that
creative.
stuff up.
Yeah.
Because radio got real with him, and they discontinued that. They said you're no longer able to do that.
Okay.
So
Wow,
we looked
really?
at- yeah. So that's why he was
God,
itching.
they are just getting softer by the day.
Exactly. But on the Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass podcast, you can do whatever the hell you want, as long as you keep your clothes on, Cole.
Yeah,
You're fine.
that's just crazy that they won't even let him do prank calls. Those were funny.
Yo, they were hella
I would
fun.
laugh crying in the morning.
Yes, when I'm driving to work.
Yeah, I'll always
And I
listen
didn't want to
the-
check in yet because I'm saying, come on, what happened?
Dude, I could be in my boxers right now, and they'd never even know.
Yeah.
Well, you
Richard
are.
would know because I'd be free balling, but they'd never even know, dude.
No.
Commando gear.
Dude,
Yeah.
I could be
One of the
butt-ass-
sponsors,
I could be
Commando Gear.
butt
Yeah.
ass naked right
Huh.
now.
Yeah.
I could have a man thong on. You'd never know.
Hey, you
And a
call it
catheter.
Yeah,
Just
what'd you-
sitting here
Oh,
letting
dude,
it
I
rain.
a
had
skin
those
tooth.
hurt.
Oh, those torture.
Those hurt so bad,
Torture.
bro.
Torture.
And I used to have it in and
You,
out
you
every
told me
day.
that one time. Remember
Every
we were
day.
drinking?
Bro,
You said a
painful.
skin tooth.
It
You go,
is
Richard, go hit
torture.
this dude to give him a skin tooth, man. I go, nah,
Just
man.
thinking about catheters again, man.
It's a rough one.
Yeah, we got Gilbert right here, man. Hey, actually, Gilbert, I'm gonna put you on the spot, my man. I'm waiting for my cold one, dude. I'm waiting for my cold one. Don't say the restaurant because we're not plugging them for free. Remember you said you got a cold one for me?
You're gonna get a toll.
He said it's in
man.
the trunk.
It's in the
It says,
ice
it says
chest
in the trunk. Gilbert
baby.
Castellon with his son Thunder. They'll be coming on the show, and we got to book you in December, man. In December.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. So we got a message right here. We got a question right here,
was
Richard.
gonna say
Another one, man. Another
Yep,
one blowing
let's
up
get it.
right here, man. Let's get it right here. Here we are. Oh, yes, the most important, of course. Hey, the Fighter's Voice will be giving away tickets for the show November 9th. I don't know how much exactly because I'm going to check with him to the best comments, to the best questions. And listen, when you leave them there, I don't care if it takes me until midnight, I'm going to find the best one. I am going to find the best one. And how many are we giving away this time?
I can give 4 away.
We can get 4 away. And you notice he usually gives more, but I'm saying this.
I
It's
don't
so
have- yeah.
no, exactly,
Friday night
exactly.
show.
As we speak, we started with only 30 on the market, and that's fast. That's
Yeah.
fast because everybody wants to see those debuts and they want to
Yeah.
see the pet bull and those followings. So, ladies and gentlemen, man, don't wait on me right here. Don't make this job hard for me to give you some tickets. Make sure you tune in. Go to Tachi Palace. What do they go to the website?
Yeah, well, at TachiPalace.com, they have that's where you can purchase tickets
Yeah.
at. Most of the stuff just come to my Facebook page.
There you go. Hit a
That's
Richard, man. His Facebook page.
Richard-Goodman. It's not hard to find.
Richard-Goodman,
And
man.
I can direct on that.
Yeah.
30
Yeah.
seconds from now, they're about.
No, because only 30, and usually it's about 130 right now. But no, they're going like hotcakes right now.
They're going fast.
Good,
And,
good.
and the fighters are doing their job too as well,
Good,
promoting
good.
the show. And
they're
doing
only
what they
going to
need
go
do.
to the best questions and comments. The
Yep.
best question comments. And I'm going to go looking through them. And Nicole, you can help me if you see something on there that
That's what I was gonna say,
sparks you.
yeah.
Yeah, go grab their
Shoot
ass up.
it to me
Oh,
and
and
we'll-
also we're going to be introducing. We're going to be starting next week. Cole's Corner. So if you have
You're gonna put
any
me in my own corner because I can't do it.
You got to face the wall and wear a dunce cap.
corner. Put him in the corner.
so
Then
if
we'll
you
just
ask,
go to the corner, you're sitting there, and then we'll go, there's Cole's Corner.
no,
We're
not
back to
working the corner.
now back to you, Bob.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi, and they'll pan away.
Yeah.
All right, Bob, back to you.
Back to you.
Oh.
That's a crazy freaking corner right there,
I'll
man.
tell you, that's
It
the way
is.
you do it.
That's a locked up
that's a
corner
South-
right there.
That's a South Park corner.
Yes. Question,
Things you wanna
comments,
talk about?
send him ahead of time, and he'll be releasing a promo that it's a 30-second promo. Cole, Bean Cole, the radio host, and
Dude, I'll have
having
like
fun. Exactly, because he
smoking pipe
gets hit up
and
all the time. You get to ask him straight up. And if you ask him, we'll be giving out shirts, right? Yeah, we're getting some printed, some shirts, and some cups,
You can have one of
and
these
some
cool
good stuff.
shirts, dude.
Inside
I
the
like that
colon
shirt.
with Cole.
I like that. Hey, I don't even got that shirt, bro. I like that shirt.
know.
A deep look inside the colon of coal.
Dude.
A deep look inside of the cocoa. There you go.
Colon with coal.
Colon
That's right.
Cole.
Chill.
Dude, I
Cole's
have, like,
colon.
a smoking jacket. And like, I have
Cole's
a big ass
colon.
chair.
That
Oh,
should be
there
the
you
name
go.
of the
There you
show.
go. Cole's colon.
Hey, you can
Get
say-
inside of Cole.
A deep look inside.
Be like the worst.
Listen, if you want to go deep inside of the
worst Spider-Man
Colster,
character.
it's Colin's Cole.
.com.
.com.
Dude,
.com.
That's gonna get trademarked. Someone's gonna go to GoDaddy and buy that fucking website.
It's done.
They're
Dot
gonna be
C-
like, I'm selling merch. No.
.cum. Not C-O-M. .cum.
It's so bad, dude. I feel like the world's worst Spider-Man character. Doc Proc. And he's got 8 fucking arms. I'm Doc Proc. Oh, world's dangerous proctologist. No.
I'm diving in
But
deep.
it'll be fun. Questions, comments, topics, things you want to talk about. I mean, I prefer they stay MMA related if possible, but you got something you want to talk about, shoot it. It's my corner. We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shoot.
a lot of shit
I might
happens on that
read
corner.
your question.
Shoot it, huh?
I might read your question and go, nah, that's stupid. And then move on.
No,
but-
you may read it and say, damn, I'm going to call you back on that one.
Yeah,
You're
wait,
like,
DM me.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
We're gonna have to talk about that one off,
Rear end me, huh?
off camera.
Yeah, there you go,
Like
man.
those hockey player signs.
Exactly,
We blew you in
we're
high school.
high school.
That was funny, dude.
Those are great.
Too
That's
much
what we
fun.
Need. We need
Too
like
much
a mirror.
fun.
We need like a mirror.
On the ceiling, or what are you talking
Just
about?
a green
Yeah,
screen.
Yeah, there you go. There
Green
you go.
screen, a mirror. So
We don't
people
want
look
it on
like
the
Green screen a mirror.
Remember that show? What was that show?
You
TRL
can't do
Live?
that.
People
Oh,
used to stand
yeah.
outside,
Stand outside
the
the back,
studio
yep.
and just have signs up and shit.
Just all in the back.
Oh, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's what we're going to do on this one right
Clear
here.
glass.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Exactly
like
right
a
there.
fish tank.
Yeah, you can put them on the glass. There you go.
Dude, don't do that. Somebody will show up and just be like,
Well, they just got to, hey, man, I mean, we open it up, man, we're going to actually have live people down there, man.
Well,
this
there
is the
was a-
hottest show right here,
there
I'm
was
telling
like
you, man.
a investment party going on yesterday or something.
Yeah,
for
they
the
did.
studio,
Yeah.
wasn't there?
Yeah, KP at Mad Productions and Entertainment, man, had, what do you call it? A mixer. Yeah, a mixer.
Like a
We ate
business
good, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and there was some interest in the
What
fighter's
were we
voice.
mixing?
Good thing they didn't. Good thing they didn't come to the podcast because they would have been like, dude,
I don't
really?
know, man. You should invite every one of them to the podcast.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we'll,
Just because here's
we'll
the
keeping
thing
it real.
is,
Cold just bring anybody here. Huh?
Yeah,
Dude, yes.
yeah,
No standards.
exactly. No, man. No. If you're
Expand.
down,
Just a
if you're
treats guests like his
if-
women. No
yeah.
standards.
Man,
if you're down, it's all coming your way.
no, dude, I'm telling you, you gotta expand your audience.
No, hey, absolutely, I'm for that.
Show them all the product you have.
You have to.
Well, hey,
You
man,
never
that's
know
why.
which one might be the niche.
That's why this show gives you the whole acre to play around in.
Exactly.
And whole acre. I'm not going to put you in a small backyard and keep you there. If you want to be kept in a
gonna
nice
put you
groomed
in a fucking
backyard,
corner.
you
Yeah.
can come on Tuesdays. Give you a
Put you in
quarter.
little cage.
Oh, shoot. You can put some people in the cage. Shit, let them fight,
Yeah, let's
fight their
do
way
it.
Dude,
out.
we should have like cyclone fencing for the background of that.
We
Dude,
could.
seriously,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah, we'll put some prop ups
Like
right here.
just a cage,
Well,
like
dude,
a three-piece cage
what a lot
corner?
of people don't know, Richard, is this is an actual production studio.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
there's
Yeah.
films here, there's comedies here, there's commercials here, and there's a
there's a
photo shoot
couch.
here. But if you notice, there's only one place here. Yeah, that's the porn down there. There's only one place in the studio that's designated only for what? The fighter's voice,
There
baby.
we go.
All day long.
Taking over the building.
All day long. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
We're going to. We're
Yep,
going
one
to,
day.
man.
It's nice.
It'll be this building labeled.
Dude.
Yeah, you
big
gotta think
old-
big.
Big old neon mic sign out on the street on the Shaw side.
Oh man, you know what? And it's just not that; it's the whole Fighters Voice live stream team. I mean, they're out there just kicking ass all the time, man. I mean,
yeah.
the dudes. I mean, you know, I give them a plug right here.
Do they
But
have
I want to
that?
bring them on the show so they can kind of introduce themselves, so everybody knows exactly what's going on. Who's doing the editing? Who's doing
Yeah.
the programming? Who's doing the freaking hustling? Who's doing the firing? That happens.
It
That's not
happens.
How
happening.
do you get the content kind of thing? Like, how do we deliver it to you? Who's making that happen?
Exactly.
Like, I didn't do this. You can hear me. I didn't do it.
Exactly.
I have no.
No,
fucking clue.
exactly. I mean, it's all that behind the scenes things, you know. I mean, because a lot of times, actually, with the trainer too, you see the fighter, the product. Okay, who's a trainer? Who's a nutritionist? Who's an advisor? Who's his
He made
promoter?
weight so easy.
Yeah,
Well, he didn't do that on
exactly.
his
No
own.
bullshit.
It's not. Oh, I got the secret. No, fuck
No,
that, dude.
no.
You have the right staff around you, the
Exactly.
right team, the right
Exactly.
advice and stuff.
Discipline.
Exactly.
Discipline.
And you know what? I had a segment, but we'll go by it, and I'll just touch it anyways. These prima donnas, man. How many times have you had to deal with them? Because I had one called Prima Donnas Boxing. I mean, because you have these guys, they're 5-0, and they think they could beat Triple G already. They think they deserve the limousine, the hot women, the most expensive rooms in the hotels. How many times do you have to put up with that? I know you keep it business with a smile on your face. Do you finally say, you know what, dude, get the freak out of here already?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I know when I come to bring you an offer, I'm bringing you the best opportunity that I can give you.
And then that's it.
And that's it. And if you don't like it, it's not really a negotiation anymore. I know what the market's about. I'm already past the point to where I'm trying to lowball you or anything like that. I'm gonna offer you what the fight's worth. If you don't like it, that's it.
Here's
and
where I
trust
see
me,
your value.
I never run into this problem with the fighters. I run into it with managers or guys that shouldn't be, that try to be managers, that don't understand the whole business aspect of it,
think they're
and
pawn stars.
assume that their fighters or their guys' value is over the top, so. But it's very rare. It's not very often. So many people in the area are such good business people, such good people.
Is that because of the?
It's mainly people outside of the area that I deal with them more.
They don't
Not
know
inside the area.
They don't know the relationship or what's going on or the trust.
Yeah, or exactly. Never worked with me to understand that what I'm bringing to the table already. So inside the area,
you bring it to them. I don't have time to negotiate. I'm giving you the best offer.
This is what it is. If not, this guy's already got it. You know. So
have you had that happen?
I have a lot of guys where they're like, "Yeah, I'll get back to you real quick."
Okay.
And so then one day goes by and they hadn't got back to me. I already filled it, and then I don't even tell them I filled it. I wait for them to text me and be like, "Hey, I'm in." And it's been like 3 days. I'm like, "Sorry, man, fight's filled." Oh,
those
what?
things have like a 24-hour. Like some of them do. Like I've had them where
I just hate having to wait because I'm trying. If I send you an opportunity, it takes you 15 minutes to go look on your phone to see what the guy's about. It should take you another 20 to 30 minutes to call your coach or your manager, and it shouldn't take more than 24 hours to make a decision. If it takes more than 24 hours, what I've learned, 99% of them are a no.
Yeah.
When they tell you, wait, let me talk to him, let me talk to them, then it's usually a no. If they're pretty quick about their answers, that's because they're ready and they want to fight.
It's like, do you want the fucking fight or not, dude? Go work out the specific layer.
Do you have your guys, do you have your cowboys that say, yeah, I'll take it? Hell yeah, in a heartbeat.
Well, yeah, there's always guys that are just ready to go no matter who. They don't even ask who the fight is against. They're just like,
they say, where's it at?
Tell me I'm in. Yeah. So there's a few out there like that,
right on, man.
But, I try to give them as much love as possible, too, just for having that type of
So what
courtesy.
Do fighters, what do they normally get? I don't know if you can go into it. What do they normally, they get the fight. They get a lump sum if they're professional.
Well, they get a show money. They have show and win bonus.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little bit different than boxing. Boxing pays like a flat rate based on rounds.
And they chop it up or whatever.
And so if you're fighting a 4-round fight, they say like $1,000 for a 4-round fight or whatever in boxing. Or if it goes up to 6 rounds, you're getting $300 per round or whatever it might be. We just have a show and a win bonus, and it goes up little by little as you progress. But also, once you get to a certain amount of fights, some of the pay is based on who you're fighting. Rather than because debuts are going to make that money no matter what, the same amount. Nobody's getting anything, extra or whatnot. But when they get past those certain levels, then it's like, okay, well, if you're, 5-0 and you're fighting another guy 5-0, you might get a little extra money than you would if you're fighting a guy that's 3-2.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Little compensation for the risk factor.
For the risk factors and everything.
No, I mean, these are questions, man, that are brought to me. And I think your cold corner, you can eat all that up right there. Because these are the questions. These are the most questions that are asked, just like the females. Hey, we can get an all-female card. And I wanted to say that's nearly impossible. You tell me where there could be an all-female card on there. But this is the question I wanted to bring to you.
We had Invicta come last year, I think it was, or the year before.
Yeah, they came and did a show.
And, I mean, none of those girls were from California, but like 2 or 3.
They're all from back east.
And these other Minnesota and all these crazy places where they're got
Roxanne Modafari. She's been with a bunch of different large promotions. Yeah. She's had fights fall out so much because it's just so hard. It's hard to find female fighters that are A, available, and B.
Here's another question for you, my man. It said, in your expert opinion, why did Canelo get all that money?
Why did Canelo?
From Pete in Fresno. I
don't really think he got that much money.
If you break it down, we were talking about that.
That's Floyd Mayweather one fight money.
Well, yeah.
So
absolutely.
I mean, if you're the biggest man in the sport, to me, that's only like about $30 million average. What was it? 10 fights for $350?
$365,000.
$365
million.
So that's $36 million a fight. Manny Pacquiao made more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, I could sit here and go down the list. Andre Ward's made more than that when they did the Super 6 World Middleweight Championship.
Which he flipped the script because I had him number 3.
Bear in mind.
Yeah, I had him with Mikkel Kessler. I had those as my number 1.
Well, you know what? You had him at Tachi, so there you go.
Yeah, I watched him live, and I just seen that he's just too hard to beat as stylistically.
A very smart guy.
Exactly.
Very. Go in light heavies.
So, I mean, to me, that deal seems big.
Yeah.
But in reality, I mean, it's nothing above the pay grade of what he would be getting. He probably made more money fighting Floyd Mayweather than he's going to get in any of those. But I think they're using.
Where else was he going to go? Because it's HB out.
I know. I can't believe that. That's why I told people
out.
There might be a clause that after X amount of fights, it can go up.
People were saying that's a good thing. Now Showtime can make great fights, but to me that's a bad thing because now Showtime
has the power. You got to take it.
You have to.
There's no negotiating.
Exactly.
Where are you going to go? Across the street? No. What are you going to do? PBC? You can go on Fox?
You can NBC. I mean, unless you can get ESPN to start. But even then, those are live.
That's
programs.
what Mayweather does next. Mayweather creates his own pay-per-view broadcasting company.
But pay-per-view, you don't have to create a broadcasting company. You just buy the rights. No.
Oh, okay. Well,
you just buy the time slot. In order to have your own, you'd have to have your own network. Would have to be on a regular basic cable show.
Okay.
And so then you'd have to have that. You just buy the slots.
I think ESPN is going to pull up some of the slack only because they're signed with Top Rank. But see, even ESPN, they're not giving away free shit no more. A fight that should be on there, you got to stream it, so you got to pay for that. Even if it's $6, you're still paying something out of your pocket to watch it on the laptop.
$2.99 a month, I think. $3.99. Yeah, for that. I bought it to watch.
Well, I bought it because I'm a fan. I
have it too. I got it for. I can't remember which fight I watched on there.
That concept was the same thing that the UFC tried.
Well, that's what Dazen's doing, or whatever they call it, Dazen or whatever the hell it is.
Streaming it or whatever.
Streaming, which is stupid though, because you lose the quality to me in the fight.
Yeah.
I mean, watching it on my phone it's just not the same quality as my big screen TV.
Yeah, I don't mind that being my plan B, but I want to watch it on the 70 inch. I want to watch
it on my exactly
and have a cold one.
And if I plug my computer into the 70 inch to watch it, you're still getting that lag and that you're not getting that 1080i, just high def. So I think it's a mistake, which they'll end up figuring this out. But it doesn't matter for Canelo because he's getting paid no matter what.
I think that balloon's going to pop because of the quality.
Absolutely.
It is.
Who's going to want to sit here and watch? The reason why they're doing this though is to keep people from having big get-togethers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that or they'll stream it live.
We all can't sit around and watch it on my phone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Unless I go and hook that up. So now they got a bunch of individual people watching the fights now. Yeah. That's their thought process from what I'm seeing as a business. Numbers. Rather than a group of 20 people ordering the fights and watching it together, now everybody's going to pay that $3.99 instead, $4.99 a month, and it's not a big $60 hit. But if you got all of us all buying it, we pay that $60 in 3 months or whatever. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And now individual after individual is just watching it from their phones.
There you go. Hey, Pete, I know you got your answer right there, my man. Great question, man. But no, hey, bro, if I was to send you all the questions I got to you, you'd probably say, dude, don't text me again.
No, you get a text back. It would just be like
middle finger.
Yeah, exactly.
Consulting hours are Monday and Tuesday from 2 to 4. I charge $300 an hour. These are my consulting times.
What happens.
Pull
That's
a
what you
Diaz.
get sent back.
Well, even now, I text him good morning, and he'll say a good morning, but like 3 days ago. He'll go, what's up, man? I go, oh shit, okay, here we go.
It's just my face. I don't really use that shit. I don't even use Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, I haven't posted on Instagram and. I only go on Facebook to argue about politics and to respond to stuff.
Isn't that
really
like an oxymoron?
I don't post really. I just post fight posters or something every now and then. But other than that, I just go on there to bullshit with people. I don't really. I don't post my life. I don't post anything I do.
Shit out of people.
Like I said, you can go down my page. You won't even see me posting something on there besides a fight poster or. Yeah. Maybe when I went to St. Lucia, I posted a couple things from over there.
About it, yeah.
But I did it when I got back. You know what I mean? I wasn't over there like, selfie
Well, your pictures
time.
were good. Your wedding pictures and then the baby pictures. Those were all good. And those were personal pictures like that.
Mm-hmm. And I shared those. I didn't even post those. My wife posted them.
Oh, okay. Yes. That's what it was. Yeah.
Easy. I'll share real quick.
What it was. So how was the marriage life, man?
Great. Yeah. I mean, it's good for me when you're at this age where everything's just settled in. So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing the things I was doing 10 years ago, so it's a lot easier to stay married.
Yeah, but none of us are.
Not even on the coal train?
Not
the coal train. I'm not answering
that. The coal train never stops, bro.
It doesn't, man.
It started one day and it just never fucking stopped.
It's the Colchina.
The Colchina. The cochina. I like that.
The
day
Colchina
the Coltrane
chain.
stops is the day they run out of track, man.
Okay, man. And if they do, you just make your own track.
It'll be an interesting ride after that track runs
I
out.
bet,
Shit gonna
man.
get
It's
bumpy, man.
It's gonna be riding.
It's gonna be bumpy.
Is it going to be rough,
We're
huh?
gonna lose some cabooses.
Yeah, something's going to be something like that, man. But no, man, always a pleasure having you on the show, Richard. I mean, it really is, man. And especially when you let loose, because they see this guy in the suit, they see you get excited during fights. I sometimes see this person after the fights, but I want the viewers and the listeners to see this guy after the fights. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate your questions, your answers, tuning in with us. We went a little bit overboard, but that's what we're going to do, because this show is actually going to grow. We're going to be going 2 hours with entertainment, fight content, news, ticket giveaway. Remember, we're going to give away 4 tickets. Hey, Pete, thanks for that question right now. Oh, bring the fighters on. Yes, it's another one. Hey, Richard, when can you bring the fighters on next time on the show?
Well, next time I'm invited, I can bring someone with me.
Absolutely. We'll do that. Well, actually, we took the initiative, so we're going to have some fighters on. We are going to have some fighters on. We're going to have Chris Avalos and Jose Avalos, and we're going to have Anthony-Aguilar coming on the show for November 9th. And yeah.
Good choices.
Top names right there.
Yeah.
Top
and
names
both
right there.
guys winners of the contracts for the amateur shows.
Absolutely.
Got huge followings and have some star potential.
Anything you want to add? Any of your sponsors or anything? Or what can we expect November 9th?
November 9th is going to be great. I got a great main event. Nolan Hernandez, who just fought at the LFA against Rolando Velasco in a great back-and-forth fight. I don't know if you guys got to check it out.
Yeah.
He's fighting Kyle Reyes, who actually fought Cody Gibson a long time ago, too. And he's on a 3-fight win streak from fighting in Russia.
Okay.
At that, what's that organization over there?
You know who'd probably know would be.
No, I know it. I just went blank for a second. ACB. Absolute Fighting. He fought over there. Adrian Diaz went over there. A few other guys went over there. So he's coming back to make his return to the Tachi Palace. The co-main event's Anthony-Aguilar from Lemoore.
Yeah.
And he's fighting Marcelo Casera, who's
he's going to be on the show next Tuesday.
Yeah. Marcelo's a Dave Terrell product. So
and it's on the 9th, right?
Yeah, November 9th, Friday night. It's just Art Hernandez is on there. I got a big heavyweight fight. Rudolph Buendia is returning. He's going to fight
wonder you're selling out, bro.
Big Sean Johnson.
Oh, man. Hey, there's going to be a knockout night. There's going to be a knockout on that one.
Some great fights. I mean,
definitely.
Just top to bottom highlight reels.
I like it.
All day. Anything you want to add, my man?
Man, that's about it. I'm just doing this, man. This has been expanding so much. I love it.
Oh, bro. Hey, man, you love what you do. You never work a day in your life. Right. The Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass podcast, kicking everybody's ass and knocking out the competition. As always, I dedicate this to my son. Te quiero mucho, Richie. I love you with all my heart. And remember, do not drink and drive. Thumbs up for Richie.
Absolutely not.
Okay, fight fans, it's not goodbye, but until next week.
Remember.
It's always voiceography at its finest. So on behalf of Richard-Ortiz, Cole-Escovedo, the special guests, and all the crew right here at the Kick-Ass Podcast, saying hasta luego, babies. And always, thanks for listening.